So you guys now get back on board, but obviously this isn't over yet because you got severely wounded. I mean, especially Tommy Norris, and you actually told him bring the Newport News back because there's a
correct. There's a doctor. I knew there was a doctor on board because it was a Navy cruiser, and they had a lieutenant commander on board. And I called Woody and I said, we have 4 WIA and 1 critical, and they Newport News did turn around and we started steaming, and our junk. Woody was on the other junk. Our junk got there first, and we passed down a boatswain chair. Then we passed down a rigger. Then we put Tommy inside that and got him up there. And I actually picked Tommy up out of it and carried him down because the thing was too wide to get through the hatch. So I picked Tommy back up and carried him down and laid him on the gurney in the doctor's office. And then I got called to the bridge to debrief the admiral of what went on.
This is again a great find by Dick Couch, another SEAL that wrote the book, another Vietnam SEAL, and he found a guy named Chuck Zender, and Chuck Zender was a corpsman on the USS Newport News, and I'm not sure why Dick Couch found him or how that worked, but he's the guy that he found, and he's talking about when you guys came on board. And what was interesting was that a few months before, actually a month earlier, they'd had a turret explosion on the USS Newport News, and it killed 11 and wounded 62. Mm-hmm. And so the medical staff on that they were kind of primed. Luckily, they were used to, they had just been through basically a horrible mass casualty drill, and they were somewhat ready for it, which, again, by the grace of God, they had some recent experience with dealing with wounded. And so that's why they were ready for this, and that's according to Chuck Zender, this corpsman. And here's Chuck Zender talking. When they came aboard, they were a pretty scruffy lot. My job in handling casualties was triage. I saw them first, evaluated them, and sent them on to a senior medical person, corpsman, or doctor for treatment. I remember seeing this one American. I couldn't believe his head wound. His forehead was simply blown away. I had 2 thoughts. One, it was a good thing he was in salt water or he'd have bled to death. My second thought was, this man will not be alive in the morning. He went straight to Dr. Fulciro, who was waiting for him in surgery. There was this big guy who was with him, and he carried him from the fantail to the sick bay. We had to force him to let go so we could treat him. He wanted to go into surgery with him. So that was you.
That was me.
Obviously. And he also said that when they came out and said, hey, we need to check you out, and you looked and you said, no, the Tommy comes first. The rest of us can wait. This is Chuck Zender talking again. While we were treating the Vietnamese SEALs, I kept my eye on the big American. I finally got him to sit down so we could look him over. I saw blood on his pant leg, and I cut into his trouser. I saw a bullet hole in his leg. My eyes got big, and I called another corpsman over to look at it. I said, we better treat that. And the SEAL said something like, yeah, whatever. He just didn't seem to care. But he did care about the others and kept asking about them, especially his lieutenant. We knew he was a lieutenant because the other big American SEAL said he was. He had no rank insignia on him. So, again, your number one priority is your teammates.
Correct.